Now see, we will study this particular topic, okay, with the help of one case study. That is our first case study. Okay. હવે જો કેસ સ્ટડી હોય છે તો બહુ બધા થયા હોય, but we call that as a landmark judgment. Okay. What do you mean by landmark judgment? That is, came for the first time, and on that particular issue, the particular justice has given the decision for the first time, and that becomes, you can say, a landmark. Okay, so that was a case of Saloman versus Saloman and company. Around 96 or 1896 or 97, the particular case study came. Okay, what about this case study? હવે જો આ સેપરેટ લીગલ એન્ટિટીનો concept છે, we will understand this particular concept with the help of this case study. How? See to it. I just will explain the case study first, then after we'll come to the concept. Okay. So what is this case is all about? There is a person called Mr. Arun Saloman. Arun Saloman. He is having a leather shoes business. Okay. He is having a leather shoes business and he is having a proprietorship firm. He is very successful in his business. Gradually what happened? Gradually he decided that he will take over this particular business and frame a company. So he decided to frame a company called Saloman and Company. Saloman and Company. That Saloman and Company took over. Saloman and Company took over the existing business of Mr. Saloman. So obviously you need to pay the PC. Yes, you are supposed to pay the purchase consideration. So purchase consideration is paid. Okay. In a form of purchase consideration is paid in a form of three things. Okay. One, shares of 20,000 pound. Second, shares. Okay. Then after pound 10,000 debentures having floating charge, and cash is paid around 8782 pound. So overall the proprietor's business is took over by Saloman and Company with pound 38782. Now this particular company is formed by whom? Mr. Saloman. Mr. Saloman, his wife, his only daughter, and 4 sons. Okay. Now what happened? 20,000 shares. 20,000 shares. Pound 20,000 shares. Okay. Shares of pound 20,000 is divided. How? 1 share for wife, 1 share for daughter, and 1 share for each 4 son. Remaining rest all shares are taken up by Saloman. So we can say that almost 99% shares or more than 99% shares are held by Mr. Saloman. Yes. Debenture. Who is a debenture holder? Here also it is Mr. Saloman. He is a debenture holder. Okay, pound 10,000 and rest cash paid. बराबर છે. Okay, now what happened? Gradually, this business runs into difficulty. Okay, and suffered a loss. And position came which happened due to this company's liabilities. And if you compare the company's asset, the position is like this, around pound 6050, because due to heavy losses, they suffered a heavy loss. Okay, they have assets with themselves, that is with company, only pound 6050. Now apart from shares, see, we can forget the shares because their liability is limited to the shares. Apart from shares, they are having liability of debenture. Now debentures are of pound 10,000 and they are having unsecured creditors. Pound 8,000 or something like that. Yes, that is 8,000. Now see, if you compare over here, outsider liability is around 18,000 pound. Shares, see, we forget the shares. Okay, still there is a liability of 18,000 pound. Barabar. And against the same, we are having assets of 6050. Then company goes into liquidation. Now what will happen over here if company goes into the liquidation? Okay, see, you might have seen that at the time of liquidation, okay, if you see the priority, how the liability is discharged. So liability will be discharged, shares will be at last. Okay, first liability will be given to the specific or secured liabilities. We do not have any secured liabilities over here, but this floating charge becomes fixed at the time of liquidation. Yes, so first priority will be given to debenture holder. So what this particular company did, this 6050, whatever the assets remaining with the company will go to debenture holder first. And who is the debenture holder? Mr. Saloman. So Saloman will receive 6050 full assets with himself as a debenture holder. So how much amount unsecured creditors will get? Nil amount. So now unsecured debentures got angry. Why? We have lended 8,000 pound to company and in that case we received nothing. And who is receiving everything? All the assets of company? Debenture holder. But who is actually the debenture holder? Mr. Saloman. Here the company belongs to Mr. Saloman only. See, check over here. Saloman is having shares. Almost all the shares. Even debentures are held by Mr. Saloman. And this company belongs to Saloman and Company, which is took over from Saloman Company proprietorship firm. Right? Finally, court has given the verdict. See, understand one thing over here. Company is different from its member. Company is having a separate legal entity. Yes. So the member Mr. Saloman is different and company is different. We cannot consider that way that this particular company belongs to Saloman only. Saloman is different, company is different. So final verdict given, the payment will go to Saloman only and unsecured creditors will receive nothing. So that is the verdict over here given by the court. So by this landmark judgment we can say that company is different from its member. Isn't it? Company is different from its member. So that is called landmark judgment. If you like to note down this, I'll give you the time. You can note down this. Chalo. Note down kari liyo.